All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm just going to open up this stream on my laptop. Oh, Julia. Hello, love. Also, I totally forgot to share this to... Jeez. I think I'm just a silly goose right now. We still have plenty of time before we get going, so all you have to worry about is getting yourself set up. Okay, there it is. I was like, where is... I have everything like on multiple desktops right now. Put it in the Discord. Hey, Holly. Kitty head. Oh, there's a kitty. She's like a little forest spirit. Like, I never know if she's going to join us, you know? Yay, Helly, you made it! Woo! Welcome. I'm very excited for this class. Hey, Shayla! Hi, baby! Also, let me know, I got some, I'm always paranoid also that I'm gonna like roll back onto a kitty tail. Anybody else? I got some feedback that the volume of my voice was a little low. Is it okay? Can you hear me all right? I don't know if it's like specifically a playback issue or if it's also during the live. So please let me know so that I can fix these things. Because I want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. Oh, great. Thanks, Holly. Helly. Now we've got a Helly and a Holly in class, so it's going to be interesting saying this. Okay, good, Julia. My hubby came in for lunch and was like, aren't you supposed to be doing your yoga? Now that's called accountability. I love that. Yeah, I think honestly the issue is like I try to adjust the volume to like a mid-level so I'm not blowing y'all's ears out. But also because I have the microphone like attached to my chest and we're doing like all this movement and sometimes my head's like over here, but the microphone's here. And so I think the sound just... Yeah. Well, I upped the gain on the stream, so hopefully it'll work just fine. And I increased the bit rate, and I feel like that was something I was missing from before. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. Welcome. Julie, I can't wait to kill you and birth you in this next hour. Because we're going to be working on transitions and timing all month. And when you're working on transitions and timing in a power flow class, you know it's going to be a little bit gnarly. So specifically, the postures that we're going to be working on today are side crow, and how that shape can transition into hurdlers of different varieties. What's up, Jessica? Good morning. What's up? Hey, Pi. Here, I'll move the or I won't move the keyboard for you. This fucking cat. My whole life revolves around her, you know what I mean? Okay, so I didn't make a playlist specifically for class because I had somebody coming over and fixing some stuff this morning, so I was a little like all over the place. But I always like to encourage people to vibe to what they're vibing on. This playlist actually looks pretty fun. I feel like I'm gonna rock with this one. Yeah, I'll suggest it in the chat. How about that? And if you have it, please grab a block. Shazam. Yay. I'm excited for the theme too. I think it's really important. You know, when I first started doing yoga, I was really about throwing my ass into everything and not being mindful of transitions. So I really feel like this is something I've always felt very strongly about because it's really helpful in terms of A, not hurting yourself, B, actually developing and getting a lot stronger, and C, just grace in general. When you watch people that are moving, no matter what the discipline, whether that's people doing yoga asana, dancing, martial arts, there's so much power in the way people transition and move through space. So that will be our theme for today. So we're going to get started in a block supported bridge position. So what you're gonna do is lay down on your back on your mat. If you have a block, a pillow, something that can kind of bolster your hips up, that's how we're going to start. And you can do this on like a low level block or a medium level, even high if you absolutely want it from the beginning, but it's really not necessary. So low level bridge, medium level bridge. I just feel like my ass is never ready for this unless it's like the very end of class. Like, ugh, I feel like Vlad the Impaler just got a hold of me. So I want you to drop into this position. If you have any spinal conditions that are not favored by that shape, then you can just lay flat on your back and you'll get the same exact benefits, okay? So in that reclining position, start with just your breath. Hi, Claudia. Welcome. And as you're working through these breaths, you can have your hands on your body, out by your side, but I want you to take a grand total of 5. Good. All the way in. Good, and all the way out. Really think about trying to work on those 4 counters, okay? I'm gonna do some extra hair security because I feel like we're gonna get a little rough and wild in here tonight. All right, my loves, after that last breath, I'm gonna have you bring your right knee in towards your chest. You don't have to hold on to the leg, just want you to focus on the length in your left side hip flexor. If this is really intense, you can always bend your left leg a little bit, but we're gonna do some movement in this right hip socket. So start by just externally rotating and bringing it back in. Arms can be right by your side body, but we are going to do some different things with your arms as we go through this. That way we can get you nice and ready for some inversions. All right, the next time you bring this right leg back in, let's switch out your legs. Oh, yes. Right side hip flexor now gets the love. Left leg is going to take that movement in and out, independent of your right hand side. So we're really going to be focusing on these different hemispheres in the body. Right side, left side, masculine, feminine, moon, and sun. All right, let's replace your left foot back down to the ground. Feet on the earth, knees bent. I want you to lift up your hips, snatch that block, stick it up above your head, and I want you to maintain this lift into your hips. Feet are going to be working parallel towards the front of your space. Tailbone is elongating in that posterior tilt. That way we can really focus on hip flexor lengthening. Now use your next inhale to lift up your heels. With your exhale, starting from the upper spine, roll down one backbone at a time. Now let's bring the right leg in, left leg long again. So we're just copycatting exactly what we did. And we're gonna move this right leg side to side once more. Great, now let's maintain external rotation with that right leg. Pick up your head, neck, and shoulders. Flex your right foot. Try to see if you can grab for your right big toe. And I want you to show the bottom of your right foot to the ceiling for half happy baby. Now you can stay with an extended left leg, but if it helps, you can bend the left leg to make this a little more accessible. Try to focus on driving the top of the right thigh down towards the earth. Maybe the top of the thigh even touches the ground to the outside of your right torso. Oof. When I extend my left leg though, I kind of lose that connection. All right, try to maintain a hold on that toe and extend the right leg up to the sky. Good, bend into the right knee again. And extend it back up to the sky. If the toe is a no-go, hang on to the leg. Ooh, we've got 3, 2, nice. Last one. Right leg is gonna go back long, left leg is gonna pull in. Really getting into those hips this morning. Let's rock it side to side, move it, muddle the hip socket. That's what I like to say. Great. Now let's maintain the external rotation of that left leg. I want you to lift up your head, neck, and shoulders a bit. Flex the left foot. Try to snatch up your left big toe and show the sole of the foot to the ceiling. This is your half happy baby on the other side. Right leg can stay long. It can bend if you need a little help with that accessibility. We're still thinking length through the spinal column though at all times. Now think about the top of your left thigh, wanting to drive to the outside of your body. right. Even more proof that my left hip is just a lot more open than my right. All right, now let's try to keep connection here. And you're going to work lengthen to the left leg. If you're like, holy shit, TL, I cannot hold on to my toe to save my life for that one, just grab onto the leg anywhere you can. Last two. Good. Last one. Now let's bring both of our legs up to the sky. Ugh. We're gonna bend into both our knees and take the legs wide out and around your ribs. Now, I want you to reach both of your arms up to the sky. I know you're thinking, wow, this is just like Happy Baby. I like this. Except we're gonna make it a little more sadistic and do a little bit of abdominals here. All right, so I want you to lift up your head, neck, and shoulders here. Good. Arms are tracking just to the inside of your legs here. I want you to try to lift the bottom of your shoulder blades off the ground and then bring the shoulder blades back onto the earth, maybe even the back of your head, okay? Lift and lower. Lift and lower. I'm doing the best I can to keep my legs in one spot. Lift and lower. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Last one, keep it up. Lift up a little more, trying to get the hands past your feet if possible. You're there for 3, there for 2, and 1. Bring it back in, hug the knees in towards your chest. Wow, my inner thighs are pissed about that. Let's rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. Couple of extra credit points if you want. Hit your balance in your boat pose. Rock and rock. Rock and rock. Ooh, that feels nice on my back. Notice the transition backwards. I'm contracting and rounding my spine, keeping the roundness until I roll up. So let's actually work that together 3 more times. So much control and awareness. Great, last one. And I want you to hold in that boat position, whether your toes are on the ground or they're lifted up. Arms are going to reach forward. I know it's a lot of contraction into the hip flexors and into the tops of the quads, but that's okay. Maybe your arms even reach above your head. Hold it. Legs can even lengthen long. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's cross your shin bones. If you want, roll over the front, moving into tabletop. You can sit off side saddle also and move your way to all 4s. Once you make it here, move through 3 rounds of your cat-cow, reaching the heart space forward, wrapping the undersides of your elbows forward, and then pushing into the ground, doing the opposite of that shape, rounding and contracting. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, rounding and contracting. You guys, so good. Last one. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Flip just your right hand so that the palm is facing up towards you. Now, while you're in this position, one thing I would love for you to really try to do is work your external rotation. You see that? Underside of elbow wants to go forwards the whole time. You're gonna hold this position for 5. Good. Last one, bring the right palm back down. Do the same thing on the other side. So flip your left palm so it's facing up towards you. Two breaths. And then we'll bring your left hand back flat onto the ground. We'll tuck your toes, float your knees a couple inches up off the ground, and protract across your shoulder blades. I'm going to be asking a lot of your arms today, so I really want you to stay connected to these muscles back there. Step your right foot back and your left foot back. Slow transition into a high plank. Let's walk it back into your floating tabletop. Forward and forward. Other side. Left back, right back. Left forward, right forward. We just have one more round on each side. Right foot back, left foot back, right foot forward, left foot forward. Keep pushing away from the ground. Left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward, right foot forward. Hold, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, push it back. Feel free to step your feet further backwards so that your heels are unable to touch the ground. Yeah, I want you to be able to work towards something. I know it feels really good to be able to get your heels onto the ground if you can do that. But I like also asking the body to constantly aspire to some level. So create that distance for yourself. Work on elongating your spinal column and trying to lift your sit bones towards the sky. Now use your next inhale to lift your heels, contract through the tummy, roll yourself back forward into a high plank position. Good. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees, moving into a Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip to the tops of the feet, upward facing. Open up the heart to the front. And exhale, pike it up and back, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. We repeat, roll forward. Bend the elbows. Upward facing, tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, pike it up and back. Roll it forward, last one. Bend to 90. Upward facing, open chest. Exhale up and back, downward facing. Now let's lift up both of your heels, bend both your knees. See the front of your space. Either step or take a hop. Feet are going to be hip width distance, forward fold. Arms can just dangle here, grabbing for opposing elbows. If you want your Pada Gustasanas, your Pada Hastasanas, stepping onto the hands, make it happen. One thing I would like for you to create in this shape is something that's going to help you down the line when we get towards inversion time. I want you to think about drawing the navel in towards your stomach area and even curling the chin in towards your chest and trying to look up at your belly button. So it's going to feel very concave. Good. Maybe even a little bit of pelvic floor engagement in that space. Keep breathing, but hold the shape for 10 more seconds. Good. Last 5. That's it. After this last second, I want you to soften your knees, roll yourself slowly up to standing. And when you make it up to standing, walk your feet together. Now we're gonna work through a Mahabandha, which is a 3-part lock. Lengthen through your tailbone underneath you, and I want you to feel the pelvic floor engage, almost like you're squeezing your pee. Good. Draw the low belly in and up, shoulders down, slight drop of the chin, and this little dip right here between your clavicles, I want you to feel that pull slightly in. 3-part lock, your Maha. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, arms by side body. Inhale, reach back up. This time come through center. Make prayer hands, follow the hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from heart center or hips, and work your way down to the heart, makes it to the earth. Halfway lift, walk the hands up onto your shin bones, peek at the edge of your mat. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to mid plank. You can start to incorporate your jump backs as long as you can land with your elbows in a bent position. Good. Upward facing dog follows that. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Reset 3 breaths, and we're going to repeat. Good. On that 3rd breath, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front. You can hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, Mahabandha. Exhale, arms by side, body samastitihi. Inhale, hands that come through heart center, look up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway, Chaturanga. Urdhva, Adho, 3 breaths. Next breath in, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, top of your mat, halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise standing. Exhale, arms by side, body samasti. Inhale, arms reach up through center. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Urdhva. And Adho. Again, 3 breaths. All right, my loves. Take a breath in. Your next exhale is going to step your right foot between your hands. So again, I know it's weird to kind of not do this like right leg lifting, flashy type of thing, but work on just pulling the knee in towards the chest, creating space. Inhale, the left hip is going to dip towards the ground. You're going to open up that hip flexor. Exhale, step to the front, standing fold. Halfway lift. And with your exhale, melt. Rise up to standing, inhale. Exhale, arms by side body. Inhale, hands through heart center, lifting up to sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, listen up. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps to the back. Left knee lowers, Anjane, reach your arms up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Hip dip, heart open, breath in. Exhale, step to the front, standing fold. Halfway, melt. Rise up to standing. Hands by side body. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Good, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping right foot back, opening up front of the hip flexor. Anjane, other side. And exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Walk the rest of the way to the back of your space. I want you to grab up that block that you left back there, stick it between your thighs, and sit back into a chair position. Good. So your hands can be at heart center, they can be by your side body, they can be extending up above your head, but whatever you're doing, I want you to squeeze the shit out of that block. Down and up an inch. Down, up an inch. Recall that Mahabandha feeling, and I want you to bring it back into practice. 15 more seconds. Last 8. 6, 5. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that depth. Sit a little bit deeper. Squeeze a little harder. Woo! Last 3. Last 2. And 1, forward fold. Take the block out from between your legs. Leave it back there because we'll come back to it. I want you to walk yourself forward into a high plank. Right knee, right tricep. Feel it tap in and back. Left side and back. I'm just going to be pushing you a little bit here. Focus on the external rotation. 10. Last 5. 3. Last 2. And 1, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forwards. Low lunge. Inhale, dip left hip. Exhale, standing fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Both arms reach up. Exhale, Samasti, arms by side body, Mahabandha. Inhale, hands reach through center, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, low lunge. And into your Anjane. Nice big back bend there. Take it back down, step back, downward facing. Breath in. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, hip opens. Exhale, step forward. I know that's tough. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Arms by side. Inhale, arms reach through center, reaching up to sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Right foot steps back. You're in your low lunge. Anjane, right knee down. Open up hip flexor. Yo. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Again, let's walk your hands back, 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 back. Block can come between the thighs again if you are into that, or you can do this portion without. Find your halfway lift, and with your exhale, fold. Bend into the knees, reach your arms upper hand corner. You're in your chair position. Good. Now I want you to lean to the left foot and just barely float the right foot off the ground. If you're recruiting using the block, same thing is happening. You're just squeezing, you're feeling. Last 5. I hate these single-legged chairs. Last 2. And we switch to the other side. Right foot plants, left leg lifts. So again, even if you're without the props, you can still feel the same sensation. Isolate into that right leg, breathe. 5. Last 2. And take that left foot down to the ground, sink a little bit deeper. Here for 3. Here for 2. And 1, take a forward fold. Left hand center, right hand up, take a brief twist. Just to open up that outer hip, get you ready. And then we do the other side. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Same open heart twist. And bring it back down. Walk yourself forward back into that high plank. And again, you can do this from tabletop too. Right knee, right tricep, step back. Left knee, left tricep, step back. The additional layer you might want to take, or may want to never ever take in your life, is a tap and a chaturanga. 10 more seconds. Last one to the right. Last one to the left. And back into downward facing. Inhale, breath. Exhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, hip flexor opens. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing. Exhale, arms by side, body samasti. Inhale, hands through center, lift up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, left foot back, low lunge, and into your Anjane. Let's hold this Anjane a little bit longer. Feel your sternum lift up as you work backwards. One last breath in. With your exhale, take your hands down to the ground. Oh boy, everybody's favorite, tuck left toes, lift up. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Open up your hip, bend into the knee. Hip can stay open, you can work through here. You can also drop this foot back, lifting your hips up to the sky, if that feels really good. If you're doing this flip version, feel confident in your shoulders and squeeze through your buns. Great. Let's bring it back to down dog and reset. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, dip the right hip, open chest. Exhale, step to the front fold. Halfway lift and melt. Rise up to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi, arms by side body. Inhale, reach the arms up through center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Right foot steps back, low lunge, and into our Anjane. Anjanes are really humbling for me because I just feel like I'm getting ripped in half by myself. Ugh. Lift through your chest, energy lines out through your fingertips. Try to not sacrifice too much depth. Think lift, last 3. And bring the hands back down, tuck right toes, lift back knee. We're going into your three-legged dog again. Lift the left leg up, open up your hip, bend into the knee. If you drop back with me, left foot taps behind you, press through the hips, squeeze through the buns, isolate into the right shoulder. Feel confident, feel stable. Nice, let's take it back. Downward facing dog. Now you can hold in this downward facing. I'm into it. I support it. We've been working those transitions where the knee is going to tap the elbow. And I want to make that happen again. But first, working into a dolphin, just to maximize opening up the shoulders and working your stability. Hold this dolphin for 10 more seconds. Good. Now from this dolphin, I want you to take your shoulders over the elbows, walk your feet back, and try to do those same knee to elbow, or tricep technically, taps. Huh. It's so much harder because the ground is closer. So what I want you to really work on is where that knee is tracking, taking it into that big external rotation, and then back out of it. Ugh. It is so hard. Keep going. 10 more seconds. To the outside tap. Good. To the outside tap. Yes. Let your hips help you out. Last 5. You have a break coming up in 3. That's it. In 2. And 1, lower your hips, make your way into Sphinx pose. You're already there. All you have to do is drop your hips to the ground. Chest broadens, shoulders roll back. Good. For a little extra love, hands can press into the ground. You elevate the elbows and work into seal position. Same wrapping external of the arms I want to see, as well as pushing the shoulder blades down. Now, if it feels a little sensitive because of your pubic bone or whatever genitalia you got rocking down there, You can always pad yourself up or walk the hands a little bit further forward and still work the same exercise. It'll sacrifice a bit of the back bend, but it'll make life a little more comfortable for you, which is important. Last 5. And we'll bring you all the way down to the ground. I like to just bow my elbows out. Hug everything back in by my side body. Push through high plank and back into down dog. Great, let's take a walk to the front. Soften your knees, roll yourself up to standing. Amaze. Walk your feet together. Hands are at heart. Sit yourself back into chair. Yeah. We're gonna start to work on these inversions. Starting with a twist. We're gonna do prayer twist. Left elbow is gonna place either between the thighs or to the outside of the thighs. If neither of those are accessible, you can always grab your block, place that on top in any orientation to give you a little more space between your torso and your legs. Now in this prayer twist, focus on the hips, staying in the direction of the front of your space while your torso opens up to the right. Good. Hold that twist, but sit that ass deeper. 5 more seconds. You know we have to do the other side, right? Take yourself through center and do that same exact twist over to the left. I'm constantly thinking about bringing my thumbs to my sternum, which is like the center of your chest, not like to it, but in alignment with it. That makes a little more sense, perhaps. Good, last 5 seconds, breathe. And let's take you all the way back through center. I know your thighs hate me, but lift up your heels, open up your knees, and start to hinge forward from your hips. See if you can get both your elbows on your knees, or push a little bit deeper. Try to get your knees onto your triceps. To me, I love doing this before I work any kind of crow. Hands can work onto the ground. Notice the bent elbows. Practice just leaning back and forth a little bit, getting your weight onto the tries. You can even just hold the weight onto the tries, keep the feet completely on the ground. If you're ready for your inversions, pick your toes up off the ground and really kick the heels into the butt. If you are afraid of falling on your face, which is a totally rational reaction to have, you can place your block on its highest level in front of you and literally put your forehead on it so you don't go further. But do ask yourself if your natural brake system, your hands, are working for you. Try to camber. Grip into the ground. I know you're holding in crow, or if you're like, just hop down and you're waiting for the next thing. Try one more time. Grip into the ground with those fingertips. Stay there for 5 more seconds. Good. Jump backs or just stepping back is available in 3, 2, and 1. You can hop back, step back through chaturangas. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Reset 3 breaths. Let's get into the meaty part of that flow. Good, you guys. This is gonna feel a little bit confusing, okay? Deep breath in. Good, deep breath out. All right, pull your right knee in towards your chest. You're forwards in that high plank position. I want you to bring the right knee towards the right tricep, over to the left. Over to the right, over to the left, over to the right, over to the left. Last time over to the right, shift forward an extra inch. Hold that shit, last 3, last 2, and 1. Lift the right leg back up to the sky. Open your hip, bend into your knee, Drop it back if you like. Push through the hips, open up through the chest. Good. Let's bring it back around. Knee to chest, step through low lunge. Open your hips to the front. Exhale, step forward into your standing fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Both arms reach up. Left leg is going to lift up. Great. I want you to open up your hip out to the side, and I want you to goal post your arms. See if you can make connection of your knee to your elbow. Try to hold it. Squeeze through your right butt cheek. If the knee doesn't make it there, it's fine. Just think about that slight squeeze into the oblique, the lengthening through the pelvis. Here for 3. Here for 2. That's it. Last one. Bring it back through center. Take a big step to the back of your mat and rise up into your high crescent. Open up the front line. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up into your 2. Reverse warrior, big side body stretch. We're going to go into a lateral lunge or Skandasana over the left leg. Lateral lunge looking like this. Skandasana gets you deeper, more external rotation. Right set of toes pointing up to the sky, left set of toes pointing out at an angle. Now try to think about lengthening out through your spine. If it helps, reach the arms out forward in front of you to give you a little bit of counter weight. Good, take your breath in. Exhale, let's push yourself over to the other side in the same position, either your lateral lunge or your Skandasana. Good height through the spinal column. Arms can reach forward as your counterweight. Last 3. Good, good, good. Last 2. Pivot yourself back to the front on 1, but I want you to heel toe the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Should have been pretty conveniently there, just need a bit of an adjustment. Now push into the ground, bow out the space between the blades. Squeeze the right knee into your tricep and bring the right heel in towards your butt. Hold this right here or shift forward, bend the elbows, or take off and work your hurdlers. Left leg extends back, right leg extends forward. My elbows are here into my inner thigh and into my left hip gut area. You're there for 3, there for 2, and 1. Get out of there, whatever variation you are in. You can just extend the right leg back and go through a sort of Ekapada Chaturanga through there. Good. Meeting back in down dog. Let's work the other side. Left knee comes in towards your chest. I know your arms are sick of my shit. Left knee, left tricep, and right. Side to side, hella core, but you got this shit. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, lift it up, 3-legged. Open the hip, bend the knee. Maybe you drop it back. Push through, open up the chest, flip dog. Great, take it all the way back around. Knee to chest, step through. Open up the front line of the body. Exhale, step forward, standing fold. Halfway lift and fold. Good, let's rise up to standing. Right leg is gonna lift, so your left foot's on the ground. Open up the hip out to the side, bend into the elbows, goalposts. See if you can touch the right knee towards your right elbow and hold it up. It's gonna make your ass squeeze and tremble a little bit. At least it makes mine. Ugh. Good, last 3. Come on. Last 2 hip flexors. And let's bring it back towards center. Big step through the back. High crescent. Soft posterior tilt before you open up to your Vira 2. Left heel wants to bisect that right arch. We're only here for a touch of time. Reverse warrior, open up side body. And then adjust lateral lunge over the right or down into your Skandasana. Every time, again, I'm working this Skandasana, I'm trying to be as tall, as elevated as I can be. Arms reaching forward if you need that extra weight to prevent you from falling backwards. Good, last two. And let's push you over to the other side. Oh. I did it with my hands on the other side, but I told myself I think I need to go all the way on side two. So again, just think about lifting, opening, projecting through the chest. 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna pivot to the front with the left leg kind of to the outside of where our arms are, okay? 1 more breath in. Exhale, pivot to the front. Heel toe your left foot as you transition. Now here's the abs. Push, squeeze left knee into tricep, kick heel into butt. Hold it and curse my name. Bend the elbow and curse my name. We're working to your hurdlers. Extend. Here for 3, 2, and 1. You can work through upward facing and back into your downward facing dog. Noise. Heels lift nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the front. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Rise up to standing. Bring your hands to heart. Down into your chair. Good work. Now listen up. I want you to lift up your heels. Turn your knees to the left. Turn your body to your right. Good. Work your twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Great. Now I want you to see what would it be like to lift the heels again and sit the knees all the way down onto your heels. Good. Try to stay up nice and tall. I know this is a weird one. Hands come down to the ground. See where we're going? Connection. Elbow to outer hip. Left elbow to outer knee area. Start to tilt yourself forward. Remember what I said earlier about your crows? Your feet can stay on the ground and you're still doing crows. Maybe on this one, just the top foot lifts. Maybe the right foot lifts. Good, you can stay working this side crow or extend through the left leg and extend through the right. All right, left foot taps to the back. Push to untwist, lifting right leg up to the sky. Right knee, right tricep. Side to side, left, right, left, right. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. Right leg lifts to the sky. Open hip, drop it back behind you. Open chest. And any further variations you want to take. If you really want to roll all the way into your wheel, you can do that. To roll out, prep the hand you turned on. Bring yourself back around. Right leg lifts back up to the sky. Need to know, step through. Dip the hip to the ground, open up the chest. You can step forward. Go through the whole high to mid or halfway lift, blah, blah, blah. Or push yourself all the way up from here into single-legged, yeah? So you just kind of skipped the transition, smoothed it out a little bit. Now externally rotate the left leg. Take the arms into your little goalposts. Now I want you to start to take this left leg behind you. And as it works behind you, start to bend into your standing leg. We're going into our half moon. Right arm down, left arm high, left leg extending back. 3, 2, standing leg bends. Back into your warrior 2. Holy shit. Reverse warrior. And Skandasana over to the left. Great, Skandasana over to the right. Pivot yourself back to the front. And we're just gonna go for a super deep hip opener right here instead of the inversion. Lower the left knee down. If you want, lower the forearms down. Sometimes I even like to thread my right arm under the right leg. Yeah. Really nice deep one. I mean, you can even take this further. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know how this is gonna really go. Arm goes, head goes, and you work your way all the way down. You can even work your bind in here in this hip opener, but you know, very, very, very intense. Every time I do that one also, my abs are in such a tight contraction that I feel really sore the next day. All right, babies. After these last couple breaths, work your way up. I'm gonna need to lengthen out my hamstring a little bit. Maybe you join me doing that. And then we'll take it back forwards, tuck the toes, work back to down dog or through Chaturanga. All right, let's lift your heels. Bend your knees, look to the front, travel. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Hands come to heart center. You're in your chair. Lift up the heels. Turn your knees to your right. Turn your body to your left. And work your prayer twist. Okay. Maybe you stay, maybe you lift the heels, sit a little bit deeper. This is really taking me back to the Ashtanga days. My feet are like completely sick of my shit today. All right. Now from here, hands work down to the ground. You're set up for your side crow. My right tricep is meeting my right knee. My left elbow is finding my left outer hip. And I can lean and just play with the lean. Top foot can lift. Bottom foot can lift. Legs can extend. Oof. Now I like to work right foot down to the ground. Untuck. Through. And back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Great, open up the hip, drop it back. You can just work through that flip dog. I worked all the way through my wheel. Turn and push your way through. That's a transition you want to work when you're feeling real confident with those wheels. All right, right hand does that pivot. Knee comes through. We'll step through to our low lunge. Right hip is gonna dip, chest is gonna open. You can do the step forward, halfway lift, forward fold, rise to standing, or push your way all the way through here into single-legged. Strong left legs. Elbows bend, knee opens out to the side. Try to give that elbow a little tap. Start to transition, half moon. Try to keep your left knee pointed forward. A little plie, a little bend helps me. Right leg back. Just stare at something, not moving on the ground. 3, 2, Bend your standing leg, step back, Vira 2. Reverse, exhale, Skandasana. Man, it's like I'm almost upset at you guys or something. Let's do Skandasana, other side. And we're gonna pivot and go into that deep hip opener. Knee comes down, hands can stay on ground. Elbows come down to the ground. Maybe left arm weaves underneath the left leg. Maybe head goes under. So these are your very deep lizard variations. Sorry, I think I was talking and the microphone was like in one of my chins. So if you couldn't hear me there, sorry. Okay. Let's walk you back up to your hands. Tuck back toes, transition through, just step back to down dog, whatever you want to do. And I want to give you one final opportunity to test yourself. Okay? It involves the side crow, it's going to involve the hurdlers, and it's a transition between all three, okay? So, from that side crow position, right, we turned off to the side, we got down, hands onto the ground, lean, extend. Now, instead of just stepping back here, legs come back in, they switch. Left inner thigh onto the left tricep, right leg back. Yeah? Side crow. Lean. Kick. Bring in. Switch. Through. If you're into it, give it a whirl. If you're like, that was so cool, TL, but I'm good. I'm good, just chilling here on the ground. And I'm good with you doing that. All right, if you're ready, let's have a seat. Bring your knees together. I know I went hard to the end there. Para Konasana. And then take yourself forward. Let the hips, the back. Find a passive opening. And we'll bring you back up. Left leg is going to go out to the side. Right foot is going to come onto the ground to the outside. It's almost like your Skandasana, but with your butt on the ground. Side body stretch. Right arm is going to work up and over. More depth can look like touching the toes. And further depth from that can look like left hand onto your ankle and working up and over all the way. If you can create this shape, I want you to stay with me to the end to show you one final cool little transition and a bit of a prep for next week, because all next week we're going to be working on compass. All right, let's bring it back up. Right leg out to the side, left leg in. Same side body stretch, any amount. Yours can look just like this. For that extra depth, really leaning, going for the foot, or hand on ankle, and left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Great, let's bring you back up. Take both of your legs in front of you and forward fold. Gotta sit on my mat right for the transition. All right. Now, if you were able to get into that full side body stretch, here's something I would like you to do. Take your right hand, place it to the outside of your left foot. Left hand outside of your right. Good. Start to bend into your knees, open them up. Good. Right leg is gonna go out, open, 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 open. You land in that shape. Yeah? My hand kind of like finds the ankle, it adjusts from the foot to the ankle, but. All right, bring it back in. Left hand was on top, now we gotta switch. Left hand, right foot, right arm on top. Start to bend, open up the knees. Open, open. It's a little bit hard when you're not slipping and sliding on some socks. Bring yourself back in. And then I want you to just sit up cross-legged. Stepping into this profound awareness of you, your body in this space. And understanding that movement is a celebration of life. Ten more breaths. Bring your left hand onto your heart, my right hand onto the belly. And thank yourself, thank your space, and thank you for letting me teach you. Oh. Woo. If you made it to the end, good job. Amazing job, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. I'm Money, Jessica. Thank you. Yes, Helly. Those bends were bendy. I'm sorry I murdered you, Steph. Michelle, that was something. You're like, that was disturbing, actually. Oh, good, in the best way. Yes. You know what? Hurdlers suck, okay? I don't like doing them, but I gotta force myself sometimes to do them. Oh my God, thank you, Stephanie, for still loving me. I still love you too. Thanks, Corinne. Yes. I'm going to set my hair free. Hallie. Thank you for the class, letting me explore that I didn't know I was capable of. Yes. You are capable of so much. And I know that sometimes it is terrifying to go on the journey of self-discovery, whether that's in a mental space, a spiritual space, a physical space. And when we crack one, I really feel like we can start to crack those all open. So thank you, Helly. Thank you, Jessica. Sweaty hurdlers. Those sweaty, salty hurdlers. Thank you, Claudia. So quick rundown of our schedule this week. Let's see, tomorrow I'm teaching like corporate clients. I will be teaching for Carson, Yoga with Carson Academy. So if you're in his academy, I'll be teaching tomorrow night. Thursday, we have beginner's flow in the afternoon, if you're like more stateside, evening if you're on the other side of the pond. Nothing this weekend, but I will be releasing a recording. And then the following week, we're going to have our Friday themed classes. So those will come back. Yay! You guys are amazing. Be sweet to yourself, okay? I want you to hydrate, eat food, maybe take some time outside today. Go for a walk if the weather permits. Do you guys want to see pie? Pie, can I disturb you? Oh my God. Hello. Pie believes in all of you. Huh, Pie? Thank you, Jessica. You too. Pie, what do you do with all this belly? I love this belly so much, and I want to touch it. Also, you have like the best fur texture. It's like wavy. Do you guys see this? Wavy texture. These Pete's. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pie. I know, she does the best. I feel like it's bath time for you. Do you agree it's bath time? I feel like you're a little sweaty. She's like, no, mommy, no. No, please. All right, you gorgeous darlings. Now that I'm covered in cat hair, I'm going to close the stream down. I hope to see you again later this week. Have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you soon.